What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pat Outdoors. This is going to be day 4 of Project YZE, Yamaha YZ250 electric dirt bike conversion. Just want to give you guys a couple updates. The Electro & Co QS138 kit that I ordered exactly 2 weeks ago today still hasn't shipped out yet. I'm going to give it another week or so before I reach out to them for a status update. For the meantime, I want to work on finishing the rest of the bike, have it prepped for that. I did make a few decisions regarding how I want the bike to look. I received a couple different quotes from a few powder coating companies in my area, which is Northern Virginia, and I'm getting anywhere between $700 to almost $1,000 just to powder coat the frame, subframe, and swing arm, a wrinkled black satin finish. I thought it was going to be closer to $300 to $500 if I were to bring in those 3 bare parts, but I guess inflation hit hard in my area, and it's just simply more money than I'm willing to spend to refinish the frame. I'd rather put those funds towards a better battery because I want this bike to be pretty quick. After speaking with my wife, she still wants a black, sleek looking dirt bike. So what I've decided to do is continue polishing the frame and swing arm closer to that chrome-like polished aluminum finish. And then I'm gonna get our brand new set of plastics, like a 2019 or later style YZ250 gloss black plastics, new handlebar, and a couple other aesthetics to make this thing look like a brand new bike. That said, a lot of this stuff's going in the dumpster tonight, except for the seat and the skid plate. If you are gonna do a restyle kit or simply be replacing all your plastics, before you throw the old ones away, make sure you have all the hardware and inserts from all the little mounting points and set them aside for the new ones. I just want to show you guys what the subframe looks like before we spend some time on it. This is after I've already hit it with some degreaser and scrubbed it down on the last video. Now we're gonna scrub it down some more with a Scotch-Brite pad and some WD-40, and then we're gonna finish things off with some mag polish. Hopefully that'll give it a almost chrome-like polished aluminum finish. Look at the sheen on this thing. This is just from 20 minutes of scrubbing by hand. There's still some oxidation here and there and a couple deep scratches that I can't get out with a Scotch-Brite, but this thing is looking fresh. Like, look at the welds on that. It's pretty much at that polished aluminum finish that I was looking for. There's a few small spots that could use some touching up, but overall this is looking really good just from scrubbing for 20 minutes. UPS just came by and dropped off a couple packages. Let's open these up and see what's inside. What's kind of crazy is I literally ordered all this stuff not even a full 48 hours ago while I was at Dirt Days. This plastic set is a 2019 YZ250 restyle kit. The air box comes in 4 pieces. You have to rivet it together. It comes with some instructions. I think I got the whole plastic set for not even $100 shipped. Then I'm gonna pair that with a satin black, nice fat bar. It's a 1 1/8 inch. It's gonna replace this older 7/8 inch beat up one. Then I'm gonna pair that with a Pro Taper oversized bar clamps and a bar pad. This thing's gonna look really sweet, all blacked out. I got all this stuff for not even $170. If you are interested in checking out any of the parts that I'm using for this project, I will leave a link in the description below where you can check it out. This looks so much nicer. The gloss black finish on the fork guards turned out pretty nice. Now it blends right in with all the other plastics. The tank, I refinished a satin black. I think it looks cleaner and more stealthy looking that way. It's gonna match the air box as well. It's looking pretty good so far. I didn't paint the inside of the tank since I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this tank yet. It's oversized, so I'm thinking I could potentially fit the controller inside there. Still haven't gotten the Electro & Co package, so we'll find out when that comes in. Thinking of shaving the top flat as well, so we don't have a cap anymore. But hopefully I can get the controller to fit in there so I can run the electronics from there. The fitment for all the plastics have been pretty decent so far until I got to the front number plate. I have it mocked up right now so the top hole lines up, but then when you look at the pre-drilled holes at the bottom, they're drilled slightly forward on the plate, so when I pull down on the number plate, it won't sit flush against the triple tree. So I might have to notch it over here so it sits flush, or I'll offset the holes back a little bit so I can get it to sit all the way flat. And the same thing applies to the front fender. Though the instructions do warn you that you have to notch the holes for it anyway, you got to keep in mind that this fender is meant for a later model YZ, but it's pretty simple. All I have to do is re-drill these 4 holes so it'll match the bolt pattern on these 4. So I just made a mock-up template with a piece of cardboard paper, put it up against the bottom side of the triple tree, and I poked holes through it with the screwdriver. And then as you see, the bolt pattern is a little bit more narrow than the later model YZs. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna cut this down smaller, line it up so it's perfectly center on the surface, and I'm gonna drill it with a matching drill bit size. And I'm gonna go with a larger size, which is 2164. It happens to be the same exact size as the inserts that we're gonna plop in there. And here's how the front panels ended up looking. The number plate I ended up just notching on both sides, very minimally. And I was able to bolt it down and get it seated flat. And then the front fender, you'll see the holes are just slightly offset from the original holes. And then I inserted the spacers. Here's what it looks like at the bottom. Nice and clean, nice and centered. Bike's looking pretty good. All right guys, well let me know what you think of the new look so far. Hopefully my QS138 kit comes in this coming week. Until then, I'm gonna continue scrubbing away at it, and then I actually gotta work on my razors for the next few days since I'm bringing them to the beach with me this coming weekend. But if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you like this kind of content, want to keep up with Project YZE or any of my other bike projects, consider subscribing to this channel. But this is gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching.